Literally nothing's wrong except my voice. Oh, oops, I didn't take my Adderall today. It's time to add smoothie ingredients to the Walmart cart.
Yeah.
Frozen peaches. Oh my god. Frozen banana. Oh my god. I'm just like not gonna be able to talk. This has to get better by tomorrow.
It probably won't.
I like how. How won't it? I think what's worsened it is taking um decongestants because that really dries up my throat. And I played when we played Sons of the Forest, I was much louder and harsher on my voice.
Eating dinner.
I had my last bit of Chick-fil-A for ideally the next month. God, honey's expensive.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I'm gonna get an 80-ounce bottle.
Ah,
5 pounds of honey.
Hey, Facebook.
Hi, John.
Ehud LFG.
Mm-hmm.
Eod.
Oh, yeah.
Don't make fun of me.
You sound like,
Stop it.
hold on. You sound like... About when she's right there in the movie, when she's like, what an excellent day for an exorcism.
See, you got the reference generator going.
Yep.
Stop making fun of me.
Stop making fun of my child.
Hmm.
Simi can't even play video games.
She might be able to, I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, leapfrog.
She was surprising me today. Some of the stuff she was saying and doing. Might have to get her on D2. Maybe she can help me beat hell.
Defeat the forces of evil.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Man.
Jeep Cherokee Sport 2001,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a two-wheel.
Yeah, I keep getting fooled by that with XJs and with Xteras. I'm like, whoa, what a crazy oh. And usually with the Xteras, they don't even like you can't they don't put in the description
Yeah.
that it's two-wheel drive, but I've learned to like look at the dash and see are the controls there or not.
Man, that was really good.
Um, Murdaugh Trials and Deliberations.
Mm.
Verdict Watch.
The most damning thing is him lying about being at the kennels.
Yeah, why lie about that?
Mm-hmm.
No reason.
Man, that was good chicken. I'm proud of myself.
What'd you put on it?
I put a Weber brand seasoning called Kickin' Chicken.
Gherkin.
Yep. So it's got a little bit of heat to it, and then I cooked a pot of Spanish rice, like Spanish yellow rice,
Mm-hmm.
and I put that in a bowl, and I didn't even have to top it with any curry sauce. Although I would have liked to have had some.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah, the chicken turned out really good. The last chicken I did didn't turn out good. Um, I don't smoked chicken breast is a bad idea. It just
You
dries
get
out too
dry.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this time I turned it up to um, high, which is
400.
450,
Close.
and I let the flame get really high. It's a pellet grill too, so it's feeding pellets in. Um, so I let the flame get really high, and then I put one of my thermometer probes on the grill. It's attached to it. I put that through the thickest breasts.
Butt probe.
Yeah. I put it on there and closed it, and they were on for about 10 minutes on the first side, and then it got to about 120 degrees internal temperature, and I flipped them over. Then it got to 169, and I just took them off.
All right, I'm gonna give you a tip about cooking chicken because I
Oh.
feel like I'm pretty qualified to do that. Uh, do you try to
Don't.
even out
The boob?
the chicken breast?
Oh, yeah.
You hammer it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure. I'm
I
sort of
mean,
a meat expert.
yeah. Now, that's really the best way to get it, cooked evenly, but also it tenderizes it really well.
Yeah, because it breaks up like the fibers.
Mm-hmm.
I love meat.
What kind of chair was that you were sitting on? Okay, sounds good.
Good talk.
Sorry.
I said,
That
what kind
wasn't
of chair?
it wasn't a chair.
What was it?
It's this little like fold up side table thing. It's
You
like,
sat on it.
yeah, I was just like, I don't feel like moving the chair over, so I'm just gonna sit here. As soon as I did, my ass hit the floor.
What?
Well,
You think
I
that
was
can
hol-
hold
I
you?
was holding my water cup, the water went everywhere. It was all over my legs.
I don't understand why you thought. It's like that's to hold like a drink.
Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. Other than just being too lazy to move one of the big chairs over. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na.
Da-na-na.
Na,
Na, na.
They move in herds.
They do move in herds.
They move in turds.
Very scary. More like a 6-foot turkey. Wonder what that guy's up to these days.
You know who he reminds me of? He always reminded me of the little kid from Pet Cemetery.
Which kid?
The evil kid that gets run over.
Oh, is it him?
I don't think so.
I mean, age-wise, that would almost line up. Because Jurassic Park was 93, and he was probably like, I don't know, 13. What was Pet Cemetery? Mid-80s? Ugly Kid, Jurassic Park. Joseph... No, that's Timmy. Whit Hertford.
This guy, my IT guy, keeps calling my new hire's name is Angel, or Anyel, or Anya.
Angel.
Angel. And I don't know if it's just autocorrect, but every email I get from my IT guys is Angle.
Angle.
Angle's laptop and iPhone should be in the Delray office tomorrow.
That's one of my favorite things is when somebody is trying to sincerely say like, well, we lost grandma, but she's with the Angles now. That's a common misspelling, and another one is in video games when people don't say rogue, they say rouge.
Yeah.
I like to play a rouge. Alright, so I'm in Act 4, and...
Why aren't you streaming it? Is it because you're afraid that your computer will lag and you'll die? Yeah, that's what I like. Give me the good stuff. Hey, we got ourselves a return hammer
Little Hammerden. Blessed Hammer. Kind of a hard class to play. But real powerful. There is the way. All day I worked on a new system for the three of us systems administrators to manage our projects, because I realized that my boss is just not interested in ever getting us organized.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to do it. And then he'll go, here's what he'll say. You know, I was thinking about the same thing. He always says that every idea I've ever had. I was actually just thinking about this last night. Where's the forge? I didn't miss it, did I? Down here. Go, go, go.
Why are you so fast?
That's a charge.
Oh, okay.
This character gets so fast towards the end of the build that you can get yourself into trouble because the game will correct your position because there's like a network lag problem where the frames go faster than your position on the server, and then you'll just like end up reversing into a pack.
Yikes.
But yeah, if I put on, so that's vigor, and then put charge here.
Good lord.
Kind of dumb. Here. It's down here. I'm going to try to beat Nightmare and then do cow levels to farm for a shield. This character's got a lot of defense, which is nice.
Printer replacement, Brunswick, Georgia.
That went down to Georgia.
Bev went down to Brunswick. He was looking for a printer to replace. $71.99 NCR printer, USB. They need a tech to replace that? Good lord. Must be on contract. What are they paying?
What's the alternative? Their IT does it?
The manager.
Oh.
Yep.
There's probably a lot of dumb managers, though.
There are.
I don't know anything about that. What's like a thing? I've never done it before, so how could I possibly figure it out? It's a very bad quality.
Yeah, part of the problem with this one customer that we have is that you can't. I mean, half the time the help desk, their own help desk, it's internal. They can't even get the manager on the phone because the restaurants are they're just that busy. They don't answer the phone. Or if somebody at the help desk is working, they're not Spanish speaking. This is all in Miami, so a lot of the managers are Cuban and only speak Spanish.
Speak Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
That's what people used to say when they would call UPS.
Yeah.
I worked there with Daniel, and he'd say UPS tracking, this is Daniel, and they'd say speaky Spanish, and he'd say uno momento, por favor, mi amigo speaky Spanish. And transfer him. Hey, look, I got a room called
Yeah, this work order is too far away. This is 67 miles south.
Are you looking for things to do for yourself?
No, I mean, I'm on the Field Nation platform, and I do get routed work because I have a good rating on there, but you know, I generally only look at things that are routed to me and they fall on the weekend because there's just too much going on with normal work from sun up to sundown, Monday through Friday.
And his skill is just so strong. And they ruined it in Diablo 3.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I'll just keep stacking laugh.
Nick, where did we end off at? We stopped at a little tent, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Diablo 2 is just like Vampire Survivors.
It is. Just generate things. Kill
When did
enemy.
you last check the RMA?
Like right before I got on.
Okay.
Been checking it, you know,
I guess that's okay.
once an hour. I've pretty much decided, though, if it seems like it's just going to take forever, I will go get a Founders Edition card from Best Buy. Because one of two things would happen, right, with Gigabyte. Either they're going to give me a replacement, which then I could sell, or they're just going to screw me over, and I got to buy a new card anyways. One of those two.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Founders Edition you can get at Best Buy for $1,200.
Nice. It's 1,200 right now?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Come on down. This
Well,
is
Nick,
a dangerous area.
I decided to start the
Oh
game.
god. Why?
And I was immediately attacked and killed. I didn't realize my health was so low.
I'm logging in.
And I'm in my pajama outfit.
So yeah, there's a new, God, I can't talk. There's a new hotkey system.
I can't believe that's like wasn't already there.
Yeah.
But it's good they added it that quickly.
I'm assuming they didn't want it to be a thing. They wanted to, because the whole
Immersion.
hold tab to pull out your backpack thing.
I think if you want that though, then like you really the whole game has to be committed to that sort of feel. And from what I understand, this game is less hardcore than The Forest was from a
It is.
survival mechanics perspective. So it's just weird that they decided to do it for that one thing.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if it's just unintentional and they're like ship the wrong build. Look at all y'all.
Keep forgetting that there's a hide mechanic.
Yeah, it's really pointless.
Good XP.
So where were we? We are waiting for Ricky, obviously. Where were we headed next?
Did we need the next key card?
So we have VIP, guest, and maintenance in our inventory already. How do you assign something to a hotkey?
Hover over it and press a number key.
Wonder if it needs to be... Oh. Okay. 1. Okay, cool. 2. 3. Oh, you can't do it with, like... Oh, here we go. 4 for Molotovs. Nice.
Not even death can save you from me. I ever did. Yeah,
I just tased a deer.
Tased a deer.
Wow, that puts so much strain on my voice.
Okay. Hey, yo. Hey.
Hi, Ricky.
Hello. Oh, are you
jeez.
still, is your throat still feeling bad, Nick?
It's even worse than Tuesday.
No. I'm sorry to hear that, though. That really sucks.
I think
It's
he's
not-
faking it.
It's
I think
not
he has
that
a demon.
It's not that it hurts. Like, I feel perfectly fine. Except I just can't talk.
Can't. If you're not well enough to go to school, you're not well enough to play video games.
Shut
Wah,
up.
wah, wah, wah.
She would always get me with that.
Sound like my mom.
It's like
Well, that's a typical parent response, huh?
he's all like,
And
He's like,
yet
"What
it
are you,
makes
my mom?"
0 sense.
I love how you can equate me getting up, going to school,
Concentrating on learning.
concentrating on learning, getting other people sick.
Yeah, that's the same as sitting here in my pajamas
Pushing
playing
buttons.
Mega Man X 2.
Ooh, aw. Love Mega Man.
Die, monster.
Mega Man these nuts.
He dead. What an idiot. Take me to Act 5.
What's going on over here, Nick?
Oh gosh, he's there. Damn it. Freaking missed.
Oh my god, the hotkey system is so much better.
Yeah, it is.
Oh shoot, I gotta learn how to use that now.
Yep, so go into your ground inventory.
Okay, like press just tab, right?
Exactly. Hover your mouse over an item, and whatever number you want it, just press the number. You'll see that it puts a little number in the little white box.
Oh nice, okay. Do that one, do that. Maybe do that like bolts. Maybe make this 2, this 3, 4, 6. Maybe 7. I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love this discovery of the fire axe.
Fire axe.
Fire ass.
Yeah.
All right. Let me cook some of this deer meat.
Get off my barbarian friend.
Get your paws off me, you damn dirt. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't pick up the shit. I thought when I skinned the hide. That's so stupid. I have to mentally pick up. Hey, 3 meats just for the 3 of us.
Yeah.
For the 3 of us.
Oh wait, I need to cook it.
We can eat them if we try.
Oh wait, shoot. That. I have to do this. Uno,
Just
dos,
the 3 of us.
tres. Yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Get me to the end.
Look at Discord.
Oh my gosh, how is this like?
I see.
Why is that blacked out?
I did it.
Why?
I freaking hate the
Shut up.
aiming system.
I did it
Okay,
for
how
a
does this-
reason.
Okay, so it's.
To protect you from spoilers.
Wait, so
That's our next step.
that's the drop. Okay. Okay. Oh, here. Food. Oh, please don't. Does it burn that fast?
Yeah.
No,
Dang.
I picked it up.
Oh, you all of them? Oh, thank
Mhm.
God. Appreciate it. Well, no.
This game is just fun to build in.
Yeah, right. Like
Mhm.
as like, once you get it down,
Yeah.
this this cave, it leads us to the 3D printer.
This one, yeah, I think so. Doesn't it?
Okay. I'm gonna go on a Ricky adventure.
Oh,
Be right back.
hey, hey.
Oh my god, Dad, look. So, because the water is flowing into the cave, it pushed all the logs over here.
Nice.
Genius game.
Genius. Real
Genius.
man of genius.
Is it going through the door? Break it down. Oh, you know what? I need. Sometimes on a Hammerden, when you're trying to like knock down a door, it can be really complicated because it comes out at a weird angle. I need
I'm
my
a
Diablo
goober,
lo-fi
rocker.
beats.
Lo-fi Diablo beats. Do you not have the game volume turned up at all?
I have sound effects on, but so
Not the music?
no.
It does get pretty grating after a while, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, it's still good. I've just listened to it so many times.
Right, it's very bad.
Oh no,
Dare
not
you.
like this.
What's up, Ricky?
Get back. Say get back. God, it's just hotkeys like amazing. You guys are right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's just say it doesn't hit the same way as EverQuest.
You've not
Oh,
lived
Rhea.
until you've memmed spells.
Is Diablo 4 dropping? And John, are you pumped for that?
So pumped.
Is he
I can't tell.
pumped?
Is he pumped? They say. Are you
Will
like?
you stop shooting me, you butthole? Stop it!
Oh, this is great. Okay, come on. Give me. Okay. Oh, I should start putting on animal. Okay, good. Let's go.
Is it funny? Is it funny, butthole?
Blood hole. Is it funny?
The whole of a butt.
Look at your butt. Look at your stinky, stupid butt.
Jerk. Friggin' jerk.
Freaking jerk.
I
You
could
actually
get me up
do.
now.
I should go. I should play Diablo 1.
Nice. Your
Diablo
traps in
1
the other
remastered?
base is like amazing.
No, there's not a one.
I know.
That'd be cool though.
Yeah, it's really jank.
Oh yeah. It's
Virginia,
like
thank gosh. All right.
it's hard to play some of the characters because of the way they move.
Yeah.
I just remember. I don't know. There's still something.
Thank you, V.
Might just be nostalgia.
Carry it. I'm
That little town, Tristram. Also, it was cool that you could either like go down each level the normal way, or you could just go straight to hell through that
Yeah.
little crack in the ground. I've never actually beaten that game. Oh no, why did it have to be snakes?
snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? My own dad shot me. Ha. Ha ha ha. He's like, exact. Oh, son of a. So confused. Okay. This is an oyster. Where the heck did I pick up that dried meat? I went back to the other base
Mhm.
to find Kelvin and also pick up any supplies we had. But like, when I pick up dried meat, where does it appear in your inventory? You see it, V?
I think you have to be at the camp. Oh wait, dried meat? I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like I thought I picked it up, but I don't see it.
You didn't.
You didn't. I mean, it's all good. I don't know what I just did. Maybe it might have spoiled.
Alright, I really cannot be frozen. Getting old.
One tapped. Are you one shot?
One shot, one tap. Nut tap.
Uh,
Oh, I pressed F5 like that was gonna do something.
I would like the waypoints.
Building a base, and building a base. Just building a base, and I'm building that base. Yeah. That
I'm
was Building
building that
Base by
base.
Billy. Billy build a base.
Ladies and gentlemen, Santana on the guitars.
Yeah.
Tan.
Buildy
Buildy
wood.
I get
Ah.
it. I get it.
Ha, 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 ha. Oh Jesus! Oh my God!
Did you find
Calvin's dead.
Calvin? Good.
Oh, Calvin. Virginia, do you see this? I like to think she's like, that's what I've been trying to tell you for the last 2 game sessions. Kelvin's dead. Well, felt like you could have told me that sooner. Okay, I don't know if this is a graphical glitch then. I don't know if whenever I pick up cooked meat, it disappears in my inventory. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on, V. I got it. Just kidding. No, I don't have it. What the heck? It's like the most meat I've ever had in this entire game. Can't seem to see it. Berries.
Real men of genius.
Sounds like they need an inventory filter.
A little bit. I mean,
No,
it's like
Ricky just needs to figure out his life.
it's the weirdest thing. I cannot find cooked here. Let me see what happens if let's put all this meat away. Okay. Maybe I can drop the rest of this, right?
Nice.
Let's drop the rest of this. Or actually, let's try this. Hold on, V. Give me a sec. Jeez Louise. Okay.
Women.
Am I right? Ha. Ha 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 ha. Okay, oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't that funny, I know. Okay, jeez. Relax. It's like here. Wait, I screwed this up. It's not that I'm not used to it. It just I know in the past sessions, my dried meat would be next to my raw meat. Giggity. But it's like not appearing. We picked all this meat.
Cool. Finally.
Hey, Kuya.
Hi, Johnny.
Johnny Junster.
Oh, Nick, you're down here with me.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're even lower.
I'm
Okay,
dying.
my man's a little bit lower. Meds, wires, alcohol. Too bad we can't drink the vodka.
Agreed.
Sweet sticks. Oh, these are bones. Oh no, you tricked me. All right. Yep. Good job. Just cover me. All right. I pick up my cooked meat, and now it's here. Good. Shit. Fuck.
Shit.
I cannot aim. Oh well. I mean, I like to think that if it was a big creature, I'd be able to aim. B, where are you going? Here, we gotta bury Kelvin over here. By bury, I mean chop up his. I know, girl. He was gone so. It's so funny when Kelvin dies. Virginia actually cries about him.
You can call her
I know.
V. It's sweet. Sweet of you.
Hey! Oh, I can give her stuff, but I can't really give you stuff.
The whole chopping up a body thing is always the part of these murder trials that I can't get past. Just the thought of doing that is so nasty.
I know, right? You really have to be a special kind of person. By special, I mean a messed up kind of person. You can't even pick up Kelvin's body. That's so messed up.
I suppose special could be a good or bad thing.
He's dead for sure. Like Virginia was like crying over him. Me and Virginia are at this base camp. It's actually kind of cool. Like she actually does legit cry. Like he's dead. Yeah, poor Kelvin. He died doing what he loved, picking up all these sticks.
Wait, can he die like permanently?
Yeah, he permadead. He's permadead. Virginia's crying. Virginia's crying her eyes out. Well, she's not crying anymore. She's gonna go cope with it.
Give me a scroll of resistance. Thank
Kinda-
you.
Chop up. Oh no! Did we need him for like he was the key to winning? Oh no! No!
Hope you gotta start over.
He's the
Oh,
key
man.
to losing, because he's a loser.
It was kind of hard to like. I think it's like because you're so busy running around doing stuff that like you forget to like, oh hey, let's go grab Kelvin.
Yeah, and then you're like, wait a second, his name's Kevin.
Kelvin. No way. He has a let's look at this. I've been trying to chop up his body this entire. I know. You're also probably crying because I was
You
stabbing
trying
him
to
a bunch.
chop up Kelvin's body?
Yeah, it doesn't let you. You can't even pick it up. This poor dude is just. Virginia's crying her eyes out.
Nick, I don't know how to put a roof on this thing. It's not giving me any options as far as the roof is concerned.
It's Caleb? For real?
No, it's Kelvin.
No way.
It's a really good
Keith.
low-level weapon.
I'll take it. Can you trade it to me?
I could if you're on
Oh
ladder.
shoot. Oh,
I am on
need it.
ladder.
I need food. Food. Give
What's
me,
the-
give me.
What's the level? Do they? I can't remember. Do the weapons have level requirements?
I do. I think it's really low. It's like level 7. It's low damage though. Like you might already be past this. I'm not sure.
What the hell just happened?
Hold, actually. Wait, you want me to stay here?
No.
Cut a quarter. Oh, he's just like. I can't cut anything. Cut a
He's
quarter.
talking to me.
Oh, never mind. Just kidding. All right, I'm gonna make my way back to you guys.
Did you say just kidders?
Yes. Just kidders. What if my speech accent was really just a speech impediment?
I mean, it could be. Who's to say? Dong.
I just killed a guy.
I just killed a guy. Wait, in Hogwarts?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's
There is-
against the code of the wizards.
Kill a lot of people in that.
Did you already unlock Avada Kedavra?
No, you can just kill someone just, doing stuff.
Yeah.
I saw
Pretty violent.
some people. I don't know if it was like a mod or they did some sort of glitch or something, or maybe it was like a new game plus. But I saw people who were like in the intro sections, or maybe it's not intro, maybe it's just in the Hogwarts, and they unlocked the Avada Kedavra spell, and they were just like killing students and like the dueling stuff, but there was like no consequences. They were like, "Wow, good. I see a lot of potential talent in you," and he's just like Avada Kedavra.
Jeez. That's a spell that just kills somebody instantly.
Mm-hmm.
It's the killing curse.
It's the killing curse.
That seems really dangerous and it shouldn't exist.
It's one of the 3 forbidden curses.
What's the other 2?
There's-
Cruciatus, which inflicts a ton of pain, and the Imperious Curse, which essentially puts someone under your control.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
There's I can't remember which it was, who put someone under the Imperious curse and had a baby with them?
That was well, no, it was Tom Riddle's mom used a love potion on the person who was on the person who was like Tom Riddle's dad.
Right. Yeah.
Because she was like lonely and
Love potions in the Harry Potter world. I love I mean, obviously, it's the source material is like not even young adult, right? It's like children's kind of, right? Sort of, maybe.
I think they're children's books, yeah.
So you take that with a grain of salt, but I think it's funny people point out like things like the love potion, the time turner.
I just know that as a Christian, spells in witchcraft are looked down upon.
Amen.
They're looked down
and
upon.
I
Now, as a
hope and pray that
What? Why
I
is that
scared
like a
to pray.
common
Yo,
speech affect in the evangelical church? The
Isn't
sort
that
of
just
like effeminate southern voice. I don't know how.
because it's like that Charleston, like right the chic Southern chic kind of sound.
well because
I mean, I think
Southern Baptists are the ones that probably started that whole trope.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then the Southern accent being like almost like an amalgamation of the British accent and just like
rich
Colin.
Southerners.
the rich Southerners. I'm
It's
a rich
a-
Southerner.
Yeah, it's an
I'm from
amalgamation
Charleston, South Carolina.
of British and a dumb person.
Are you gentlemen aware of I think it's a South Carolina based movie called Shag?
No.
is it about
No.
dancing?
Yeah. I didn't even know what Shag
Think-
was.
I've heard of it before.
I've heard
mean,
of
I-
Dirty Dancing, which is filmed at Lake Lure, which is
Uh-huh.
right up the road. I think it's North
Sup,
Carolina.
sup. It's I love the movie because actually I still need to finish it. It was like in my old job, I had a coworker who's like from South Carolina, and she's like, Richard, you gotta watch this movie. So I was like, all right. So the first like intro, it's the title Shag, and over a black title screen, and it's the word Shag, but in the lettering they filled it with the colors of the Confederate flag.
Oh,
As
that's-
a minority from the north, I was like, I'm all in. Let's go. I want more. I need more of this lore.
well,
and
it's
it's
okay
like-
because the Confederacy didn't oppress Phillies, as far as I know.
Honestly, I'm kind of pro-slavery.
All right.
You- when you've gone too
I-
far for Billy, you've just gone too far.
Even Billy's like, yo, dude, I don't know
Quick,
about
Rick.
this.
Quick, Richard, talk about a fat pussy.
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
now
Yo.
we're talking.
Yo,
Preferably one that belongs to a dog.
look at that dog's fat pussy. Which
Yeah,
is
there
a
you go.
constant. You didn't think that would happen because they're dogs. Dogs aren't cats.
That that stupid Southern Christian voice
Finger
though.
banger. Finger banger.
Leslie's
it back.
dad has that so bad.
Nice.
I hate it.
Finger banging.
Yeah, Ricky.
That's real sweet.
That's real sweet. Oh, that. Yeah.
Bless her
We
heart.
had a just a beautiful time at the fellowship hall. It was just a real good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
That.
a ministry.
Yeah. We was on visitation. Did I tell y'all what Miss Linda did?
What'd she do?
I just want to be like, dude,
What'd she do?
nobody's
And she's like-
buying this.
Bless her heart.
You shouldn't be selling it.
Oh gosh, I remember especially in Bob Jones time where I felt like I was like, oh, I should probably go to like a Bob Jones approved church on Sundays when you're required to, otherwise I'll get caught. And then I realized, oh, you can kind of get away with it. Like, but but then it'd be like I remember going to those like very Southern Baptist churches and just coming in, and then it's just like I talk to those same kind of ladies that sound like that, and then they mention something about like Hispanic community and Latin culture. I'm like, yeah, that stuff's
Mm.
interesting. And she's like, and she would allude to like, like what do you guys do? Like what's
What do you
explain
guys
to me
do?
like
You as an
ex-
other.
right? Like explain to me Hispanic culture. Like how do you guys do this tradition? I'm like,
They thought you were Hispanic.
Miss Linda, I'm not Hispanic. What?
Hmm.
Miss Linda, I'm Asian. But you're not, and then it would just be that
He said,
awkward
I'm Asian, round eye.
round eye. Guaylo? Like,
Is that the word?
Yeah.
oh my gosh. It is so I'm more impressed with people. I know certain people are like, wow, don't like just assume my ethnicity. But if you assume it correctly, and at least in a non-racial context, I guess, that's like offensive. Then I'm impressed. Because most of the time it's like, oh hey, can you help me speak to these gentlemen? They only speak Spanish. And I'm like, Miss Linda, why would you assume that I speak Spanish? Because aren't you
I just as a white man, I just leave it alone. I don't
Yeah.
ask anybody anything.
yeah.
I
If
mean,
you-
like, once I know some, and if like with you guys, it's like, oh, okay, Philippines, and then I've learned all kinds of interesting things. But like, I wouldn't have met Johnny and be like, so what exactly are you? Like, that's
what are
so-
you?
Not very delicate.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
still get asked that.
What are you?
You actually, people are like, what's your
No.
ethnicity?
Yeah, usually like sometimes they word it like, "What's your ethnicity?" But like they always do like a weird like pause, like they're unsure of what to
They're
say.
not
They're like,
confident with it.
"What's your ethnicity?" I'm like, "I'm Filipino." Like they always ask so weird.
Yeah, like they're kind of awkward. It's almost like that attempt to try to be polite comes off as racial because it almost treats it like it's a disability or something. Like, they're like, Ricky, how do I ask you this? And it's
Yeah.
kind of like, I guess everyone's different. I mean, my thing is like, I guess it's not wrong to ask. But I guess if, like to John said, like if you're weird about it, like, so like, what are you?
Yeah.
I'm a human. I don't know. Oh God! Ah! Virginia, I thought that was you. Get him! Get him! Shoot him!
Sure.
Thank you. Oh, Virginia's coming in clutch. Bring it on. I missed. Oh shit! Get him! Get him! Thank you. Virginia, you are Clutch City.
Clutch City, bitch. Clutch City, bitch.
Wait, I know that song, but I mean I know it's not the word, but
A couple little scares there.
She come close to dying?
Let's just say a little poop came out.
Hmm.
all right. Hey! Make sure you get something to eat. Here you go. Motherfucker! Don't walk away from me like that.
Ah.
Hey! Whoa! All right. I take it back. I don't know where my food went.
Gotta catch up on some stories here. Let's see.
Oh yeah, it doesn't let me share my cooked meat. Are you for real? Oh wait. I think I have to flip through. R. Don't understand. Here you go. That's so weird. I don't know why. Here you go. Dos.
Thanks, brah.
Fix. All right, Nick. I really hope you received that. Okay, good. I was gonna give you more. I don't know why it didn't let me do. Don't do this. Happening. Oh, R. Oh, I see. I see how this works.
Nick, what is it asking me to gather planks for?
Yo.
Okay.
Isn't the skulls and bones for that chandelier you guys are building in there?
It is for the chandelier, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out. I have one on my screen that says gather planks, 0 of 21, but I don't see any buildings that you guys have placed for us to build. Oh well. Nice little home base here.
Oh, I need an energy. See what I'm cooking. See what the rock's cooking. Who did? Whoa, V. Whoa, I thought you were over. Okay.
What?
What's up,
Just a little VV.
little VV?
Let's go get a mercenary.
Look at this guy. Look at this tool right here. Oh, I wonder if I can burn up Kelvin's body. Like, set a fire next to it. See if I can burn it up. Then I can take his skull and he'll be
Maybe.
with me forever.
Oh, that is pretty cool that you can see the corpse wither away, Nick. I just now noticed that.
I feel like it'd be, if we can burn his body and get his skull, I feel like we can memorialize him. And then I'll forget which skull it is and I'll accidentally put it in like a chandelier or something. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I was gonna shovel dirt on him.
Shove that dirt on that guy. You gotta shove that dirt on that
Dirt
guy.
on the guy, gotta shove. That dirt on the guy, gotta shove. Dirt on the guy. No. Oh, I should have picked up the bones from the other camp.
Raltier Talsol.
Okay, I got an idea. Okay.
Get him, V.
Where
V
are the
for
dead
Ven-
bodies?
V for
I wonder,
Vendetta.
oh, unless we already burned them. Never mind. I was gonna try to see if I can burn them too.
I'm
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
just-
Johnny, what are you playing?
Hogwarts.
Got that Hogwarts.
I'm killing wolves.
Hogwarts legs and assy?
Wolves.
Yeah. I'm a leg man. Scat.
Soul. Uh,
Deforestation.
you can't use a scythe, can he? Oh, he can.
All right, I need you to cover me, V. I'm gonna keep chopping these trees down.
Alright, let's see if you stay alive, you loser. You won't.
Open the door. I'm a loser, baby. So
why don't you kill me? Oh, he died almost instantly.
John, it's not nice to call people losers, per Nick.
Yeah? I didn't hear him say anything.
Say to my face, you limp noodle.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Stay out of my face, you love me.
I don't like this new Johnny. He's a bully.
This dude Johnny is a bully.
Well, would it make you feel better if I tell you that it was a line from Mulan?
No.
Yes. Oh, I mean, no.
Oh, I'm tired.
Moulin Rouge.
Oh my god, I tried watching
Hey,
that
sister,
and then
go,
like I
sister.
got stressed out in like the first like 10 minutes because it was just noise. Like visual and audio noise.
Yeah.
So what exactly is that about?
Moulin Rouge. It's a
It's,
musical.
It's a musical if you can call it that.
Hey, sister, go, sister.
I mean, it's this like bitter, sweet love story. Like he's in love with a dancer and all that, but like he's like an artist or whatever, or a writer, or wanting to be a writer.
Mm-hmm.
And then he moves to the big city. But I only got as far as them going into the Moulin Rouge before, like, it was just noise.
The opening number.
They just kept bouncing between like full like different songs, because like instead of like original songs they were just doing a bunch of like covers of modern songs.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then they just kept like moving around between them.
It's like a
and, like,
medley.
Yeah, medley.
It's like the Camila Cabella Cinderella movie that was on Amazon Prime original. It was like it had some hype, but I guess it probably just didn't do so well. I mean, it was decent. It felt actually, it's funny, it's not like corny or cheesy or like, oh, Cinderella's is like overdone. It was literally because of like there didn't really felt like depth or conflict. The evil stepmother played by the great Elsa.
What?
The voice actress.
Idina Menzel.
Idina Menzel. She was the stepmom in that was played by Idina Menzel, and they didn't even make her like a true like villain. Like they're doing the angle of like she's just a misunderstood evil stepmom, which I guess is kind of new. But
I think what confused John and I was you said the great, and you were going to say her name, and I don't think I've ever known anybody in real life to say the great so and so. So
It's like something you say when you're introducing somebody at an award show.
yeah,
yeah,
great
I mean, because she's
Grandland Rex.
like,
Yeah.
I think as far as like, I guess that's why I was like the great Idina Menzel, because like she's like
Oh,
I think
shit.
if nothing else, she's a really great Broadway singer.
The other
She did-
funny part was that it seemed like you couldn't think of her name. The
Oh,
great.
yeah, that was 100%. Yeah, that's why I was like
Bambino.
Elsa.
Yeah. I
Uh,
thought you said the great Bambi. That wimpy
the
deer.
great Bambi. But yeah, it was like I mean, is the Moulin Rouge like, is that like a?
It's the name of the nightclub or whatever.
It's like the movie that John you watched.
What?
Yeah, it's
No.
called Moulin Rouge.
She's right here, Nick. Oh
No way. What do you?
I agree with Johnny.
picked
that
her
movie
up, though. Oh,
Sucks.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that might have been my fault. I should probably put more rocks down. Huh. I just can't see in the night, guys. I get scared.
Can't see in the night, guys.
I
get scared in
So
the night.
okay, so I'm sorry. The movie. Yeah, you're right. I need to put rocks down.
Richard, please focus. I'm like in the middle of a fight. I'm like, what are you trying
well,
to complete
Nick's
your
messaging,
thought,
Nick's
please?
messaging in the in-game chat, and so my bad. We're talking about
I
yeah,
feel
the
like
Moulin
I'm
Rouge
in a
is,
car with
the movie
Ricky.
that you saw was a modern movie, like in the last 10 years, or
It's like 15
It's
years
got-
old now.
It's got Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman in it.
I see. Okay, gotcha. It's not like a new, but so when you say they do covers of like modern songs, but modern at the time, right?
But it takes place like the story is like a 20s, like the the Gitcha Yaya music video. Remember that?
Yeah, like
Like I think it was like actually it's more like 50s.
I think
Reminds me
I
of the
think
movie
is
Beethoven.
Moulin Rouge supposed to be the roaring 20s?
I guess like I think of like the Voulez-vous coucher avec moi song.
Mhm.
I think about that like flapper, not 20s, maybe early 1900s, the whole saloon girls. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir, like Lady Marmalade.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Marmalade.
Trio Lady Ma.
That song is in that movie with Ian McGregor.
I don't know. I never got too far because the point is that it sucked. It's like
Right. It
that's
sucks.
where the whole conversation was about. Is that it sucked?
It's like a musical, if you could even call it that. I love that.
That was amazing though. You kept starting your thought and getting distracted.
Yeah.
my
ADHD.
God.
Johnny was on the edge of his seat waiting to
Imagine that, like for your entire life.
Yeah. That's ADHD, right?
Yeah. According to some doctors, although.
Have you actually
Exactly.
been diagnosed with
Exactly.
ADHD?
So okay, actually, that's I always say jokingly. I mean, it makes the most sense, but I've been tested once in college, I guess, where they made me do like a questionnaire for teachers. It was so funny going up to them and asking them because they were like, "Oh yeah, they usually start this for children, but I guess you're still a college student, so we can still make it work." Where like it's like I had two teachers that I trusted and knew me well would fill out a questionnaire, rating my behavior, and I guess it was like, so like that was one doctor that did it in college, and
That was
then
a-
years later,
That was
different
a
doctor.
blowjob university.
yeah, when I was at Blowjob, sucking dick, and
I'm, su-
Oh my.
I'm surprised they weren't like, you don't have ADHD, you're just gay.
it was so funny because and I guess I've never understood, like, is it a piece of paper that they give me, like, I never.
Certificate.
Yeah, certificate. Right? Like
Congratulations.
honestly, and but I guess I think my therapist just would ask me, well, were you prescribed medicine? And they were like, yeah, they offered to prescribe me. Two different doctors have. The second doctor, that's my current primary care physician, for a completely different thing. We did like a 30-day experiment where I reduced my caffeine consumption significantly, and it helped fix like a weird, concerning heart thing I had. So as long as I don't drink too much caffeine, but he also
Nick, I can't get in if you wall it off, butthole. I can't get in. You gotta
but
leave
the
a
same
path.
doctor but then like but without the caffeine, I think it was determined by my doctor and people in my life that my behavior is way more erratic. My the sleepiness is just very like unchanged. Like I don't get fatigued when I don't have caffeine. I just more erratic. That was the conclusion. So he also was like, yeah, if you want to, we can start you on Adderall or Ritalin. We can do some like test trials. And I was like, oh, I don't know. He's like, well, yeah, I mean, let me know if you want it.
You just
And
left
that-
it.
Just let, yeah, and that's it.
All
That
right.
now I'm here today.
Listen.
Actually, so I was trying to that's why the I Trust Wellness people. I was gonna see if I could have like a legit psychiatrist with with a doctor paper to be like, yeah, you have this, or you don't, or maybe I'm crazy. But
Doctor
I hit a
paper.
snag that like I don't think the I Trust Wellness group in here,
What the
like
fuck?
they're not covered by Blue Cross.
Yeah,
Are
you
they?
no, you definitely have ADD. This whole conversation has proven that.
Somehow
I'll be
we
your
prescribe
doctor.
it.
Hey, Richard, I
We
went
made the
there. They used my insurance.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
they-
As in, like, and did you only pay a copay? You didn't have to pay like
I've only
200.
paid copays. It's been like $25.
Okay,
Just visit.
Blue Cross. There was maybe the lady that I was.
I paid. Oh, actually, I did pay like 200 for mine.
Okay, because I was gonna be like, oh, if they're not covered by the copay.
But I also have like a high deductible, and an HSA.
Oh, okay, you did. Okay, I have the PPO. Because I'm like, I mean, I just need the copay, right? Which, I don't know. I guess that was part of my thing. I was gonna talk to my Blue Cross people.
If you call them and give them your plan number and everything, they'll tell you exactly how much you'll have to pay.
I mean, and so that's the weird thing where I told them like, yeah, I'm Blue Cross Blue Shield South Carolina, and they were like, yeah, so it seems to be. Oh, here, actually, I haven't followed up because I've been so busy at work, but because okay, let's see here. Okay, we are in network, but it does look like you have a deductible of $2,000 remaining. Your initial would be 258. Follow-ups are in 197, and I was like, what? Wouldn't
so
it be?
They
Which-
told me basically like the same thing, and I just keep paying $25 per visit. So I don't know. Maybe at some point they're gonna hit me with a big bill, but hasn't happened.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because like I think I also don't. I think I even had to text Christina because I was like, okay, I feel like I don't understand the insurance thing. Like, I feel like we all meme the U.S. healthcare, but it's like, I mean, this feels unnecessarily confusing. I guess it's
Yeah.
like I need some straightforwardness. That was
You-
like,
So if you're Blue Cross Blue Shield, if you log into that SC Blues website, there's
yeah,
a thing where you can get like an explanation of benefits, and you basically just send them a message, and then they will tell you exactly what you'll owe.
because I guess I have to tell them, yeah, hey, there's a group called I Trust Wellness. Because when I try to look up the group in the find a doctor care thing,
Yeah,
they're not there.
yeah. They intentionally make this complicated in the hopes that you go somewhere where they can bill you a lot of money.
Right, which sounds about right. I get pretty I think that's the funny part where I get like I'm very mushy gushy like, you know, Richard, right? Until like you start pulling finance stuff at me and I'm like, well, hold on. Like then I guess the kind of accountant comes out and I'm like, hold on, wait. Heard the terms, blah 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 blah. Here. But I also don't really know the terms, right? So I guess because I would look like the South Carolina Blues explanation because you're like the third person to mention explanation of benefits, but it's like,
Yeah.
but like, I mean, is it?
Just assume that everything in healthcare and insurance, they're trying to screw you.
Yeah, and I just want, I you know, like if I have to, right? Because I have to play in the system, but like,
Yes, you have no choice.
but I
Unless
guess
you
it's
move
like,
to Canada, it's not too late. You're still young,
because
and you have a CPA. Oh man, I bet you could go.
what I don't understand is that like you can see. Well, I guess explanation of benefits, that's only per claim, right? Or I guess I could see my benefits coverage page, or
You could see that, but there's like a whole thing where you just ask a question. And
okay, and talk to someone that's
Yeah,
out, right?
exactly.
Which sucks because the last few days I've been super busy. Where
Well, you're not gonna talk to them
But-
live. You're gonna like basically leave them. It's basically like an email.
actually, yeah, like, you're right. Actually, I don't have to wait. So then, actually, thank you for that. So let's see here.
They'll get back to you in like a day.
Okay.
My insurance is doing a thing now where they're like, wait, so they called in a 90-day supply of the medicine this time? Yeah, that's $4,500.
It's so stupid.
I
I hate
know.
insurance.
It's
Okay. I guess if I
Worst.
wanna, how would
want it
I
to die?
word this message? It's like I want like, okay, there's a new provider, psychiatry care provider.
I would just tell them I would like to make an appointment to speak with somebody at I Trust Wellness at this address. Is this covered with a copay, or you could even just say like how much out of pocket would a visit to this office cost, and tell them the office name and the address.
Because I guess they already gave me the numbers. I think my question
Babies.
is this copay or
Babies
is
are
this
charging
under
us.
deductible?
Babies are hurting.
Virginia, cover me. I'm gonna be up here and I'm gonna like be on my computer.
That's why I would just ask them what would my out of pocket be. 'Cause that's
Oh, okay, out of pocket. Okay, actually it works. I'm trying to No, Virginia, I said cover me. I'm trying to schedule an appointment at. Oh, I should look up
More babies are incoming.
I Trust Wellness.
Babies are incoming.
babies everywhere.
An appointment
Oh,
with
God, so much XP.
I Trust Wellness Group in Greenville, South Carolina. I would like to know what my out of pocket would be, because that could either be, hey, yeah, it is the $60 copay, or it is the $250, whatever the heck they said, yeah, $250 and $200.
Exactly.
Because then I guess at that point, then it would like, okay, submit this, because then that because, oh wait, actually general, let's see, health.
Even if it's an out of pocket thing and you owe 200 and something, if you actually need that stuff because you have ADHD, you just have to go do it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Where, why would this not be? Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing. Because I know there was another psychiatry clinic in town, but I guess unlike I Trust, they still haven't like returned my call or voicemail. But and then it
Nick.
starts to make me think that like, because is this as needed? Because I have a couple of other. I gotta do a sleep study soon.
Nick, if you want your weapons back from Virginia, you can take
Where-
them from her.
I have that. I have more other doctors. So it's like for example, I guess I'm gonna have to do a sleep study soon. So I don't know how crazy that medical bill is. So I don't want to have to do all this stuff.
I did
And
a
then
sleep
plus-
study, and now granted, this was a long time ago,
Okay.
but I would anticipate it's the same. Here's what my experience was. I was told it's covered by insurance and it'll just be a copay, and then I got a bill in the mail for over $2,000.
Right.
And then I
Yeah.
called my insurance, and they go, it was filed wrong. Don't pay
Oh.
that. It's actually a copay." So if I hadn't checked and I just paid it, then I would have been out of $2,000.
Right, because that was although not the same exact outcome, but when John took me to the ER, because I asked him to, because I like injured my back and I thought I was dying, but it turns out it was muscle. So which
Did you get an
I
epidural?
call it stupid tax, but yeah, I paid 500 copay, and then I was like, okay, that's it. And then just like your case, but less dollars. It was like 200 for the hospital bill, another 200 for a doctor bill, and I was like, whoa, what kind of pyramid scheme thing is this? Yeah, and then
Oh, yeah.
they told me that's covered under deductible unless the Blue Cross people lie to me.
Yeah, the
So,
emergency room,
Yeah, exactly.
it's a whole different beast.
Right. So, which it was like 200, so like a little under 400 at the time. Okay, like call it a stupid tax. Now I know, unless it's a horrible accident, if I ever work out and I felt like my back is on fire, it's probably muscle, and see if a bunch of Tylenol, because I guess I didn't realize, like the bottle says only take a certain amount, but the doctors are like, no, take 600 milligrams every 6 hours, and then here's a muscle relaxant.
No, the recommended dosages on over-the-counter medicine, it's a bunch of hogwash.
Yeah, like this is from someone I was like, I don't know how it works, but so there's that. So I guess for the for the sleep study thing, I kind of have this sneaking suspicion that maybe you're right, maybe it might just be a copay, or maybe they're gonna be like, no, it's deductible, and it's
You can send another message to your insurance and ask them the same question. Basically, what's my out of pocket for this gonna be?
Can't remember.
I,
'cause
I, I think I think the TLDR is for whatever medical, like major medical thing you're going to do.
That's
Just
insurance.
Just talk to your insurance first. Be like, okay,
Yeah.
this is what this group said. How much is
Yeah,
this
yeah, which-
actually right?
Although
Yeah.
I guess tonight you guys reminded me I can send messages. I usually do. I gotta make a phone call, but I hadn't in a while. But
Yeah, they've made it to the point now where trying to get people on the phone is always more difficult somehow.
mhm.
Your estimated wait time is 3 hours, and you're sitting there like on a lunch break.
Yeah,
No.
like
Doesn't
it,
work.
It's because
and
of
it's like,
COVID.
so-
Hello.
Mm.
So that's why
should,
it's like-
I guess I should check my insurance then, because
Because-
I'm always
yeah.
just like, yeah, because I have a high deductible, high whatever the P word is, and
Yeah.
within HSA, so I just whatever they say, that is what I owe. I just pay it with off of the HSA.
right,
and then,
right. Because I
so-
don't even meet my
but-
deductible. Like,
But
so I was-
now I'm wondering, have I been overpaying for my health?
This
'Cause,
is
well, I-
probably right because that's the whole thing with the high deductibles. It's like a lot of out of pocket.
because it's no copay. But if it's like which I guess I had a coworker in my last job explain it, where his wife was going in and out of cancer treatment, so it's like it made sense for them to do that.
Yeah, I mean, like if I actually hit my deductible, then it's like 100%
yes,
coverage after that, and I'm like, sweet. I've never hit it, but it's
and like in my head,
but it's like I already have the HSA going anyway, so it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna.
yeah,
just keep this.
which it's still good. Like, and that's why I was like, okay, PPO, because it's like I probably just need the copays. I mean, heaven forbid I like something happened, but like except for the ER thing, I can accept the fact. Okay, so I guess that's deductible. I guess like it's like a copay and then additional money, which like I think that's what ticked me off is the
Emergency
lack
room
of straight.
care is just it's a whole different like category. They don't treat that like, oh, you went to a doctor. They
Right,
treat
right.
it like a totally different thing. I had to pay, I think it was like $1,300 out of pocket when I got a kidney stone. And
Oh, sorry.
All good.
but I have no regrets because it was the worst thing I've ever felt. So
Yeah, like it's so okay. So that's why. So back to the iTrust bonus, where I mean, yeah, I have the ADHD thing, but now it makes me because there's all these things that I want to spend money on both like the sleep study is the most important, and then there's random things that I have like plans for on the more personal side. And so I really the iTrust
penis
thing
implant.
was the like an attempt to like get the actual answer. I'm kind of so whatever about medication because it probably could help and yet I feel okay. I mean at a point where it's like I'm more concerned about this thing than this thing, so it's like if they're telling me, oh, it's not a copay, it's like, oh yeah, $250 up front and then another $200 every time.
Why do you
And I
need a
wanted to do
sleep
multiple visits, so I was like, oh, well, then I might as well just not do this now, and then let me do because I may possibly have sleep apnea, and that's probably why I have problems sleeping.
You snore.
Oh yeah, that Kuya Janja. When I was on my trip in Chicago, Masha and Aunt Christina point out because we shared a hotel room during one of the nights, right? And they pointed out that like my snoring is really bad, and it sounded like I'm not really breathing in my sleep. And then after seeing my primary care physician recently, like he kind of pointed out like, well, have you been feeling fatigued? And I'm like, honestly, for the last 3 years, around the time of this excessive weight gain, yeah, I feel like I can never get up early to work anymore like I used to. I was always a deep sleeper, but like it's to the point where like even like 8 hours of sleep, I still feel fatigued. So now it's kind of making me think, oh shoot, am I like? So here I am.
If you've gained a lot of weight, then sleep apnea seems like it often follows.
Yeah, right. Which makes a lot of sense. So now I have an appointment or a consultation scheduled for May, and then after that, well, then I guess if it's only 2 months out, maybe I can do the iTrust wellness thing.
Oh, you're gonna love the sleep study. It's a funny experience.
Okay, so actually your tip on like what happened to you 15 years ago or years ago.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind because then I'll. But that's only in May because May is the consultation, and then might be
It-
because it seems like they're freaking like booked up.
It
But-
just it makes you feel like a little kid, because I don't know. It's like somebody's taking care of you the whole time, and then they hook you up to all these. They hook you up to so much stuff that it's hard to fall asleep, anyways.
Unless I'm like
Um,
really tired, right?
I just remember I was watching Letterman, and they're like, "All right, lights out," and they turned the TV off, like from the other room on my behalf, and then shut all the lights off and everything.
Uh-huh.
It just made me feel like I was a little kid getting tucked in.
I mean,
But
it's
yeah,
gonna be
they like
yeah.
put all these sensors on your brain, and it makes it. There's so many wires.
I have sleep apnea.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. And then
it terrifies Ashton.
because you
Oh.
stop breathing at times.
Yep.
Is it did you have to like get stuff for it or like nah?
No,
He's just-
I'm pretty much at the point now where I'm just ready to die.
And that like that's the thing where like I've been told I get hypochondriac, so it's like when this came to light during my Chicago trip, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And then my mom and oldest, like our mom and oldest sister, who are like more in tune with the medical stuff, and even Masha too, were like, no, Richard, it's okay, just go see your doctor, you'll be fine, you're young, you're still healthy,
You're
right?
a young
Like,
man. You're
and
confused.
then I'm like, yeah. I think the first couple nights I was like, I could not go to sleep until I was really tired or really high.
Sounds like you have anxiety too. Let's get some more pills. Let's just
Oh yeah.
see how much
let's see
stuff
here.
we can load up on.
That same doctor was like, yeah, you probably have ADHD and honestly probably some anxiety too. So you want to try medication? Okay, so
Yeah.
but now that I think about it, if it's only now that we're saying all this stuff, if it's 2 months
Uh-huh.
out and it's only the office visit by May, and then Lord knows, like late May or early June, I have to like do that sleep study, and it might be a big bill that I have to get ready for, right? Maybe I might even fork out a few hundred. Do this one, this I trust. Yeah, they also said I could just try the copay. Well, I guess the Bluegrass people are gonna respond back to me soon.
You
That's
have an
good.
appointment with the sleep study place? You know
Yeah.
where it is? Okay, yeah.
Oh
It
yeah,
should
yeah,
be-
Saint.
It's really just send a message.
Um,
Like Johnny
think with-
said, that's the TLDR.
well, I'm gonna wait because they said they were gonna mail me stuff. I think that's funny. That of like information, but I think it's I guess I don't know what to call them. Their name. So I guess hopefully the piece of paper or the
Oh, you don't
documents
know
are gonna-
who the office is?
Well, it's St. Francis Sleep Clinic.
Oh, there you go. Just look
Well, I
that
don't know
up.
if that's the name. I'm just kind of guessing. I was like, it's St. Francis Downtown Hospital, but it's like when it's like, oh, we're in a hospital complex. I'm like, all right, I'm already. So like, I don't know. Are you all the same thing? And they're like, well, I'm outpatient. This is inpatient. This is the ER. This is the maternity ward. I'm like, whoa. Start over. What are you? Now actually I might actually see about going ahead with this I trust, because I was gonna be like, well, I'll just wait then, but actually if the other one isn't gonna be for a while,
Get up there. You make plenty of money, CPA.
yeah, I might listen to this here.
If worst comes to worst, we'll
I don't
just
know what this is.
return that GPU.
Why does it keep changing?
I thought you were gonna say return the ADHD meds that they'll give me. And like, hey, can I get a refund on the $400 I spent visiting here?
That's a grand move.
And like, can I and just hand them like the half empty bottle of Ritalin? Like,
I want to know what the story is with that bike seat.
I'm not understanding half, like, because Graham just buys stuff and then he's like, oh, because impulse, right? And then he returns it.
Yeah.
the bike seat thing is likely legit. I've never known Graham to be, you know, a shady individual. So
Oh wait. I think I kind of skimmed past the messages about the bike. What happened with the bike?
He
he-
returned it. There you go. Is it? Uh,
I'm
You
not
tell
saying
it.
shit.
I was gonna trap you in one of those things.
What
He
the-
returned it, and the seller said that he forgot to pack the seat, and I guess the pole that the seat mounts on, and so they gave him a refund, but they deducted the cost of those items, and then he filed a dispute with eBay, and eBay always sides with buyers, so he got his full refund.
Okay, because the seller gave him a bike without a seat.
No. Graham just returned it because he had buyer's remorse.
Oh, never
And
mind.
he
Wait.
said he returned it with the seat, and they said, no, you didn't.
Okay.
They got the return back and said, there's no seat. Where's the seat? And, yeah. It's not a
my
very
God.
interesting story, to be honest.
What if it's like you guys are hanging out with Graham, and then when Graham's a little tipsy, he's like, "Hey, check this out." And then under the couch, he like pulls out a seat.
Why,
It's in his pocket.
Alistair? Why aren't you targeting the person I'm trying to get you to look at? What the fuck?
He's like, I can't do this. I need new glasses. Reparo.
The targeting is so weird. I'm like, because like you gotta shoot specific spells at different shields, but when they're all clumped up together, and I'm like, all right, let me shoot this red spell, and shoots it at the yellow person. I'm like,
Whoa, don't call him yellow people.
Jeez.
He's called Filipino. Wait. So you're. I did see what Nick's been talking about. That Virginia keeps getting knocked down by like the random cannibals.
Hey, look in the. Look at this asshole.
Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, they're freaking like they're cannibalizing our thing. So the targeting system isn't just working. Does it feel buggy, or is it just like
it's so weird. I'm like looking at one person, and I'm like, all right, I gotta shoot a red spell at them. But then at some point, don't know what happens, it changes targets, and it's shooting at someone with a yellow shield, and I'm just dying.
oh
And
crap, you're like getting knocked down because the targeting system,
And
excuse
then
me,
he
isn't
gets up
consistent.
again.
I think you can change the targeting.
It's the
I
I did.
option.
I mean, I did. Like, why? It's not behaving the way it's supposed to. 'Cause I'm like, all right, I'm looking at this guy. I focus on him, and why are you looking at that other guy?
Legacy, targeting.
France.
Why you
Look,
got
target
your
locking
eyes on
button?
that other man?
All right, what's going? Okay, why aren't you changing targets? Why aren't you going to the right target? Okay.
I would find myself locking onto one enemy, and then my character casting spells at a non-target enemy on the other side. Oh wait,
Come on. Look at the dude. Look at the fucking dude. Look at the dude with the yellow fucking shield. There we go.
he's like, I don't know. I don't know.
I basically,
about this.
I basically have to stand here and get the targeting figured out and just parry off spells.
That's a good way of doing it. Being reactive if you are good at timing the parry.
Yeah, like at least I'm getting the parrying down.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. Here we go. I'm just like trying to break shields. Okay, this fucking asshole is hitting me from behind.
Hey man, that's a kid's game. Where's the portal? What the heck?
Look, yo, Yo, that's the shit right there.
I wonder how high you can get in this game.
I'm already high right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to. Oh, you can jump if you kind of time the jump. You know, if we're ever in a rush and we need to, move across one point to another point, we got this. What's up, girl?
Okay, I literally just did just that where I just focused on like target lock one person and then just focus on that, and anytime the yellow thing came up I just pressed triangle. Alright. Goddamn. Gonna be well, it'll probably be easier once I get more like spell options, I guess, but that was just frustrating.
Yeah, it seems like other people are having target locking bugs too.
Yeah, like so what would happen too is that I'm target locked on one person, and then I move my right stick to move to a different person, and there's a delay in the actual like movement.
Oh, okay. So it won't.
At least compared to other games that have like a target lock. In you like normally like in like God of War or Devil May Cry, like if I'm switching targets, it's instant. Like I just touch the stick and it I just touch the stick and it changes targets. I just tap
yeah,
it,
does.
you know. I just give it the gentlest push.
Yeah.
And that's called a responsive combat.
Oh.
Huh.
You excited for Wo Long tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm hoping that the performance patch that there's a day one performance patch, and if there isn't, at least playable. So far, I know you said Co said it was fine, but others have said otherwise. But you've also mentioned that Co's playing on a 3090, and a lot of people complaining have like mid-range GPUs.
Plebs.
Wolong.
Because Neo doesn't really attract the high-end GPU crowd.
It's not their vibe, you know.
Not their steez.
Well, I think they should just play on console.
I was considering just buying the PS5 version until the PC version gets fixed. Because I did that with a Neo 2. I got the PS4 version first, played that all the way through, and then got the PC version just cause, and played that all the way through.
Cause it's coming out on next gen and PC.
Yeah, but I decided to get it on
simultaneously.
Yeah, I mean, I decided just to get it on PC because like.
Ooh,
it's gonna be fine.
Like eventually it'll have the best performance.
It'll be fine. It's gonna run
eventually it'll be the best. But like, cause I might get into it. I guess if it. Wait. So you're gonna buy it on?
I already pre-ordered it on PC.
PC. Okay, thank you.
Nick, look at how long this zipline is. You can make them really long.
Make them as long as this, dude. I'm making the pole really tall.
Yeah, I am too.
Nice. Oh gosh, imagine how
Take
far you
this
can take that.
Take this zipline, Nick.
On an old town road.
Okay, not my son anymore. Got it.
Is he like typing to you guys in game?
He is. Yeah.
Can you see that in my screen?
Oh, you know.
See, what am I looking at?
I guess the game chat will pull up. I don't know how to make it pull up again. Oh, here you go. Yeah, like that.
Oh, there he is.
I would watch.
So earlier when you guys were like, finish your story, Richard, and I was like, Nick's talking to me in the thing. No. Where's the? Oh shoot! Oh, I got bamboozled.
Bamboozled.
Hoodwinked.
Bamboozled.
But yeah,
Oh
Richard,
my-
all things
okay.
considered, though, you really have been like managing your ADHD fairly well. I mean, you got a CPA while on
That's the
unmedicated ADHD.
that's the funny thing. Whenever it comes up, especially for the different doctors at two different periods of time in my life, we're like, yeah, you want to start a trial period on Adderall? Like, just no question. Well, they did, I guess. The one doctor did the test, and the other doctor discovered the thing with the caffeine. I mean, yeah. So I mean, I would love a psychiatrist to be like, hey, like, so I might actually legit consider now actually following through on this eye test appointment despite the whole insurance thing. Now that saying this out loud, I realize the sleep study thing is actually going to be a little bit off. So maybe it'd just be ADHD and sleep study. But so the hope is to get someone to give me a true, I don't want to say true, but I guess like a final say, you have this.
Well,
And
here's
Diagnosis.
the funny thing about that stuff though is like you're not gonna get like an official certificate.
yeah, right. I don't know.
It's
I don't know how
just-
this. Yeah.
What they do is they see if you meet a certain number of qualifications in that DSM or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And
I know how it works. It just happened to
Yeah.
me.
exactly.
They have you do an official ADHD screening form. Mine was so bad that the lady just looked at it for like a few seconds and she immediately prescribed it to me with like no questions asked. So that
What's
was
on the
pretty funny.
form?
It's a 0 to 4 like ranking system, and it basically lists basic daily activities and your difficulties with them or what other people have mentioned to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Virginia burned to death. They
Yeah, right. You saw that.
it's like what is it, or do you get distracted often doing work or whatever, and you mark 0 to 4 on the severity, and it's like do people around you tell you or like call you
Stupid.
lazy or something because you're not able to get work done, and is it affecting personal relationships, stuff like that?
And you said, yeah, my mom tells me I'm lazy.
You know, I was gonna say, okay, that actually helps a lot, Nick. That was like you sharing your experience, because the
Yeah.
doctor from college years that I guess gave me a same or similar form, and it was in the I guess they did it where like if you were like a 6-year-old, it's like, hey, give this to your teachers, or which they did. The accounting professor scored me like, I guess, average between like 4s and 3s and 5s, maybe 1 or 2 5, or however that rating scale, like on the
Mhm.
higher end. And he was like, yeah, you're kind of distracted and all over the place and very hyperactive, but I mean, you do a good job with accounting and in class, you know, you have decent grades. And then the old school conservative communications teacher that knew me pretty well graded me like 1s and 2s and 0s. She was
How
like, yeah,
are
you're very
s-
distracted with your speeches and stuff. Like, I could tell you have the potential, but you can be disorganized if you don't prepare and stuff. So thank you, because now that actually makes me feel like, okay, that was a legit thing that happened.
Yep.
You feel
It's-
validated.
Validated.
It's
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 really-
just funny how she looked at it for less than 5 seconds and told me, hey, all right, so we're gonna start you on 10 milligram extended release. I was like, oh wow, it's that obvious.
It was like the same like experience, like where it's like, oh yeah, like like I guess they look at the paper and they're like, all right, anyway, so here's all this. We can try this if you
Yeah.
want to do it. Like a trial period of Adderall, because I guess I think at the time I heard, because Christina told me, oh shoot, Christina told me that like Ritalin, something about Ritalin is not as intense as Adderall, and then the doctor lady or nurse practitioner or whatever it was like, I mean, we could try both in separate periods. I don't know if that was your same experience, Nick.
She just went ahead and started me on Adderall because there's instant release and then there's extended release. Instant release works for less time of the day, but it's more like potent. And then extended release just works over a longer period of time. And you don't get as many of the harsh side effects because of the slower release of it.
Okay. The two types is extended release and
Basically, if you hear Adderall XR, that stands for extended release, and just normal Adderall is the instant release stuff.
and extended means it's a slow release, right?
Yeah,
Bomber.
Okay.
it's not. It's a little less effective, but it's still like extremely helpful. At least in my case, there's like a billion different alternatives you can try.
Right.
There's like
And-
Adderall, Ritalin, Vyvanse, Astaris. There's a ton of things.
I like that you just self-report. Like, it'd be really easy just to go and answer the way you know you should to get the pills.
Yeah, there was a study done in 2018. I would like to see how it is now with the whole telehealth stuff, but an increase in where is okay, she's fine. An increase in like prescriptions doesn't correlate with an increase of Adderall abuse. So just because more people are getting more prescriptions doesn't mean more people are abusing it. So I don't I don't really know how all that works.
I think it's interesting with the self-report because it's kind of like, which I guess from someone who has no like training in this, obviously, where it's like, because at the one angle, there's a Ricky situation where you get someone, hey, grade Ricky, and then you have two different perspectives where you have the old school conservative that like, we like, I did well in her class because I'm amazing at speeches when I prepare, but I think it was immediately first week of her class she gauged that I was a lot more liberal than the Bob Jones culture. And then there's the chill accounting professor who was just like, whatever, like, he's just an accounting guy, he's not the whole, he's not all messed up, or he's not all weird with the whole conservative whatever.
Messed up.
So it's like different perspectives of like, oh yeah, Ricky's good. Like, I mean, I can see all these certain qualities exist in him, but I mean, he's doing fine. And the other end goes like, he's just he's all over the place and he's crazy. He can't sit still and he fidgets and and it's like, oh, like it's
Yeah.
like there's that, or a self-report where you can be honest and give honest answers, or maybe that maybe small minority statistic of people like say what they're supposed to say to get the prescription, which I don't even know if that group of people is, their existence like is a thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What hit me really hard is when she was, going through the whole process of explaining how ADHD works in people and whatnot. Literally the entire time I was fidgeting with a pen she gave me, and she was like,
Oh.
"See right there, it's it was like, oh god, I didn't
Dude.
even realize that's not like not necessarily not normal, but it is definitely an ADHD behavior."
Yeah, I think she the same.
I was kicking my leg, kicking my foot, and like fidgeting with a pen and everything. Like, I have both hyperactivity and inattentiveness, so.
And I think I would,
Yeah.
and I guess I would love someone to give me that specific breakdown. But it is funny, like what you just said, like, yeah, man, I feel they're like, yeah, already,
Like
you're
a
just,
ton
you
of
can't, you're
bricks.
fidgeting. And I'm like, you mean to tell me no one just fidgets in their seats and like struggles with paying attention?
Yeah,
Ah,
it was really funny. I was like
Oh.
twisting the end cap of the pen and it's funny.
and yeah, the same lady was like, oh, you probably have anxiety too. Why-
One thing is, if you do have anxiety, they will at least my doctor told me, because my doctor's a good doctor, I think.
Mhm.
Since Adderall is a stimulant, it can enhance the feelings of anxiety if you're not already treating said anxiety. So rather than putting me on Adderall and Zoloft at the same time, she put me on Zoloft a month before putting me on Adderall, so that the Zoloft would kick in, I wouldn't be as anxious, and then I start the Adderall so it doesn't make my anxiety go through the roof. Okay, that's not big for me. Oh my
Because
Jesus
they-
Christ! What the
It's
fuck
getting
is
me!
that?
It's getting me! It's getting me!
Oh God.
What the fuck?
Finger banger. Virginia, shotgun.
It's not a finger banger.
Oh,
It's new.
it's my favorite type of control. Oh, it's a cat dog. John, it's a cat dog. Cat
dog.
dog, cat dog.
Cat dog.
Dog.
All alone in the world was a little cat dog. Oh, he did.
My favorite was a robot chicken. Ricky, that ass is on fire. Oh, thank you. I've been working out a lot. No, saying your ass is on fire.
That is way too much talking for me.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, knock it off.
wait. So, because stimulants, the way they infect anxiety is how again? Oh shit.
Just aggravates it.
Quit setting yourself on
It'll make your anxiety worse.
Make it worse.
Yeah.
as
Freaking
opposed
out,
to
man.
better.
Exactly.
All right.
Makes sense.
We're talking about getting distracted. This is twice now. I put meat down from the grill and I walk away from the kitchen. So I'm gonna sit right here
Yeah.
and I'm
I
gonna
mean,
fucking.
that's
We're gonna
one
cook
of
this
the-
food so I don't starve to death.
That's one of the ADHD things. I can definitely tell, at least drawing from personal comparisons, that you probably do, or at least something like that, just because I used to always go off on a bunch of side tangents, and you know, because I'm always so passionate about something,
Yes.
and then
yeah.
I'll jump to a different topic that I'm also passionate about. I can't sit on one thing.
Thanks,
I
Ricky.
can't just sit there and talk about one single thing. It's just so
Well-
many different side tangents, so many different it's just really
It's
hard.
Damn it! That is that a trap, you
It's a
guys?
you keep stepping on the trap I've set. I'm gonna run out of Molotovs.
All right.
I couldn't figure out why you kept setting yourself on fire. It's my Molotov trap.
Here, let me. Okay.
I'm going to mark this with a log.
Make sure you put that on the ADHD form.
That is another thing, forgetfulness.
Yes. I guess, and then that's the weird thing too. With John's earlier comment, where like I've managed it well, which I think at least learn is like just like anything, like conditions and stuff. It's different for everybody, kind of thing, you know.
Yep.
Where I guess I got to the point in my life that it's manageable, but it's still definitely very much there. I think I've just found. Stop moving, Nick.
Oh,
I know. I was so busy talking, I didn't even say
I
anything.
mean,
but
there are definitely times where I'm like, "Hey, are you sure you wanna? Are you sure you don't want some medication?"
I
what?
like,
But this is normal, right? You guys go through this, and it's like, I think that's the one isolating feeling where it was like, no one else does this. This is a you, like not you guys say this, like either, like it's like other coworkers, bosses.
You should definitely mention to the I Trust Wellness people what Johnny just said, because feedback from like other people in your life, they tend to
Yes.
find that very valuable.
it's also one of those things on the ADHD screening form. It's like a large portion of it actually. It asks you about like all of your personal relationships and how like if
Alright,
you
Richard,
feel like that you're inattentive when you're talking to people, if people tell you that and stuff like that.
You know, yeah.
For the sake of your form, Richard, you can definitely put that other people feel you can be a bit much sometimes.
but and then here's a funny thing too, where it's like in my I things like socializing, being in interviews, being in meetings in the workplace, where I think I've learned to be able to curb things and utilize my energy. So I'm very performative in a lot of things. Like, and I've taken years of speech therapy, some ESL, communications, public speaking. So there's some things that I've learned, like controlling rate of speech. And it's like some people I think who don't know me very well, or at least surface level, we're like, yeah, Ricky's fine. And then it's people like you guys that I don't have to be as performative. It comes out. I think I'm starting to see that, like, whatever this is, it's like but then it's funny I say all that, and also like I just thought about this recently, like, because I realized I did this, and it just makes me think about it and self-reflect. Like, one, I was in a meeting with accounting and some other departments, and in person in the office in a conference room meeting, and then it's like a director of another department was telling us accounting, and it was just me and my director and like an accounting manager. So, and then she was saying something, and she was explaining something to me, and halfway through 50 second explanation, I spaced out halfway. I'm so sure I did, obviously, because she said a word and it made me think of like two other things, and then she was done talking, and like she's answering something for me, so everyone's looking at me, and I just confidently was like, I'm sorry, Rebecca, what was that last part? And she reiterated, like, as if like, oh, maybe I explained it confusingly. And in my head, I'm like, oh, no. I just spaced out like halfway through your explanation, and I feel really bad. So please go ahead and explain the process again, what you were talking about. And then another time, I was in an in-person interview when I don't want to say just for kicks, but again, someone was explaining to me like, yeah, so in this job, we're doing this, and we could use help with this. And then I spaced out halfway through, and I just had to confidently be like, I'm so sorry. Could you repeat that last part again? I think you mentioned this. And they're like, yeah. And then I'm sure to them, they're like, oh, this guy like tries to get clarification. And in my head, I'm like, no, I'm just like, you said the word gold. I thought about
Austin Powers.
The gold, no, not gold, like the trading gold places, and that made me think of it's free real estate. And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna.
You're talking about like cash for gold.
Cash for gold. Thank you.
Yeah.
Something like that, like that kind. I don't want to say sleazy, but it's like that. Oh shit, finger breaker. No, it's that. It's like that's like, so I guess it's like I think there's the one angle. I do enough where I can like kind of finagle my way through life, but then when I'm not being performative and I'm being my comfortable self, I think I see what John means by being a bit much. I think that's one thing. I learned to be. I'm learning to be more self-aware of things, right? Or
Self-aware.
or attentive. Yeah. Oh yeah, self-aware. Yeah. Like attentive.
Trying to
We'll
be
get
more
you up to I
mindful.
Trust Wellness. That's gonna be fine.
Something that stuck out with me when you were talking, Ricky, is the controlling your rate of speech.
Yes. Yeah.
That is one thing. Once I got on Adderall, that was it. I used to talk extremely fast,
Right.
way too fast, especially about something I liked. But instantly, once I was on Adderall, it was almost second nature to slow down, think out what I'm trying to say more, and then form a more coherent sentence of whatever I'm attempting to explain or talk about. Like, it was very instantly noticeable.
As far as like, also, could we go to sleep?
Yeah, let's go to sleep, guys. Let's sleep together. Come here.
And so, as far as like your experiences, then, like, so far, that's a positive that you don't have to think about your rate of speech, like I do, like all the time.
And Oh my God, there's a bunch of cannibals. Jesus Christ.
Because my question is like, there's the one common side effect, it changes an appetite. Am I allowed to drink alcohol while I'm on Adderall?
Um, I have no clue.
Okay.
I would assume there's probably not much wrong with it. Also, like, one thing my doctor told me is that it's like
That's
totally
grim.
fine. It's like totally fine if you, at least according to her, if you stop taking your Adderall on weekends, so that you could, just not
Party.
try to be productive at all and just chill out.
Okay. Where it's
Yeah,
like,
You have the
if-
option of not taking it on weekends.
It's not something. It's not something that has like that. What do they call it? A half-life or full
yeah,
life
it doesn't.
consequences?
It doesn't have the whole Zoloft effect where it
Yeah.
has to take a whole month to get into your system, sometimes 2 months. It
Oh,
is,
okay,
it is
yeah.
instant. Stimulants are instantaneous. They will work within the first. Dad, good job. They will work within the first 30 minutes of taking it for the very first time.
I'm still
Okay.
waiting for the Prozac to kick in.
it's not kicking in.
Actually, it's been helping a little bit more. I've been like, it's been easier for me to stay present and be productive at work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Though my therapist though did say we met like yesterday, and she did say though that based on what you're saying, you might want to increase your dosage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Cool. Good.
You are the doc, or like it's someone, or I guess it's not her, but it's like whoever does it. It's like, I mean, if you think I need to increase it, I'll trust you. I hope
Well,
it's
like,
not like a
How long have you been on
like a
it?
Grey's Anatomy or House
Uh,
situation where you're just kind of fucking.
So far, it's been a week and a half, and I've been responding to it.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's good. Then I kind of, well, I
Um,
guess because I know it's not Prozac. Like it makes me a little hopeful about doing this medication stuff. I think that's what I was afraid of for years, especially like during the college time. Kuya John, if you remember, like you and Aunt Lizzie, like when this came out, and like the doctor was like, and I was like, oh yeah, so they said that I could try it. I remember basically this sort of like debate happened between like basically people who were Bob Jones and people who weren't Bob Jones, like the Alagaba family, where the Alagaba family was pro medication. I remember that. And then Bob Jones people were like anti medication. Like,
Yeah.
I'll never
'cause
forget.
You could just pray it
yeah.
away.
'Cause I remember this in Kuya Jaja. I don't know. It was
Go on.
so my junior at the senior, her fourth year, and you were, and obviously we lived at your place, right? And so I was driving out the Lizzie around Bob Jones, and I was driving Mimi around. So Mimi and me were dating, and then we picked up out the Lizzie, and then we were just driving for a little bit, and I'm in the car, and then it was like Mimi shotgun, out the Lizzie's in the middle seat of the Grand Caravan, and then we were just all talking, and then my whole medication thing again, because it was just recently where I went to see that doctor, and then it was like Lizzie started saying like, yeah, I hope Richard gets a chance to take the medication, and then Mimi started saying, well, I mean, I don't know if that's really necessary for her, and it almost started this like kind of semi-heated debate between like a family member and a girl I was dating about whether or not I should take medication, and I'm just like, I'm right here.
Oh.
I'm still a person.
Ask my input.
And so I guess
Yeah.
and it was like just one of those things where it's like there's like the conflicting people, and then my concerns were like, well, I mean, how adverse could this be to me? And then I guess the doctor was like, well, we can see how it is and adjust accordingly. And I was like, I don't know, I guess it's a little bit like, well, I guess at the time healthcare was more expensive at 19 and 20. Now it's like just whether or not now it's really more my say.
I was really hesitant to start on medication because I was worried it would affect me poorly
Yeah.
for just completely no reason. It was a whole like I don't want to change, blah 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 blah, that sort of thing, and then I realized, wow, I really can't do anything right now. I am a nervous, complete wreck about pretty much everything. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and try it, and it has helped tremendously. In my case,
Okay. And then I guess it's kind of like it wouldn't hurt to try. And as long as like I
Yeah.
have like a doctor that's like helping monitor, it's not like it's not a thing I can go to the store, pick it up, and just try it out. You know, it's like
yeah. And I mean, if you have a bad side effect, you could just like get in touch with your doctor.
I mean, did they
And-
know what all the really bad side effects are? So they're like, hey, if this is happening, contact.
My doctor, the moment I told her about, so when I first started taking Zoloft, I had really bad teeth clenching. I had really bad teeth chattering, like uncontrollable teeth chattering, teeth clenching, like clenching my jaw really hard.
oh my gosh.
For the first 2 weeks, and the moment I told her, she looked back at me and she was like, that's, are you okay?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's totally gone now. I've gotten totally used to it." So they understand the severity of the side effects and you know how it affects you and whatnot.
Yeah, the teeth clenching thing was really bad for me initially too.
Yeah.
I haven't had any teeth clenching on Prozac so far.
Because you're
It
a pro,
definitely-
Zach.
Yeah,
Ah.
it was very prevalent for me.
And
It
so
was
wait,
it
and
was very
so
bizarre.
it's one of those things where they just had to adjust accordingly for you.
Well,
you get used
I
to it.
eventually just got used to it. I basically just like grew out of it. I stopped having those issues after a while
Okay. Oh, okay.
because you know when you start taking Zoloft for the first time, you know it's like a serotonin like controller or like moderator basically where in a billion different systems are connected to your serotonin and dopamine receptors, so it will change a lot for the first little while and then you get used to it.
Okay. Okay. And so, and it's all adjustments. And all right,
Yeah,
okay.
if you tell them that you're having like some bad side effects, they'll adjust if you need to.
Oh, as
and
far as like,
especially for-
yeah, go on. Sorry.
Especially for ADHD stuff, you can just stop taking it if you don't like it.
Right. Because thankfully, it's not any other type of medication where okay, if it's either take this or you know bad stuff will happen. Obviously, like
Yeah, like if I stopped taking Zoloft, one of the side effects for not taking Zoloft is literal brain zapping, where electrical impulses are going off in your brain and literally, well, essentially shocking you. It's very weird.
sounds scary, honestly. Shit.
Yeah.
I felt like you mentioned that.
How does it manifest? Because I was on Zoloft, but then I stopped. But I don't remember any adverse effects from stopping other than...
It's not like it is not a rare side effect, but it is definitely a side effect I have heard a lot about.
Gotcha.
As far as like it's not like insulin, and it's not super expensive getting this type of medication like Adderall.
No, I think I paid $11 for my 30 days.
Oh, okay. It's not gonna where
Even off insurance, it's like really cheap now.
And then my Zoloft was $7.
Oh, okay.
This stuff's been around
$7
for
off
so long.
insurance, by the way. $7 without insurance.
The
And you
way
can also get good RX.
the way those insurance things work is basically pharmaceutical companies have exclusive rights to manufacture stuff for a period of time, and then once that expires, generics can be made, and that's when the price comes way down. It's one of the great things about American healthcare.
Is that when a pharmaceutical company no longer has a sole right to?
Yeah, that's when the
Yeah,
price
kinda
comes
like-
way down.
If you
'Cause
think of
that-
it like
Damn
the
it.
public domain,
Yeah, exactly.
things of it like everybody gets the rights to it eventually.
That's why the
Nobody-
medicine
nobody
I'm
can
on
patent
is $1,400 for a 30-day thing. Which luckily I don't have to pay, but
Would you have paid it?
no.
Yeah, I like that. Just suffer.
I would have
I
just
don't
I would have
need
tried
it.
something else.
I
There's some
don't need
comparable
it.
medications, but this is supposed to be the best one. So I would have been
I
on
need-
worse medication with worse side effects.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's literally no harm in trying an ADHD situation.
Gotcha. Of course, like, let's make sure to get a professional's opinion, but still, there's like
Yeah.
almost very little to like downsides.
I didn't even
Fuck.
I genuinely had 0 side effects from Adderall. I didn't have a single one.
What are some of the side effects of Adderall?
I'm
Being
not
cool.
yeah,
Nice.
I'm not entirely sure.
What are we doing? We've just been building this entire time.
I'm trying to freaking hunt.
Okay,
Should-
so
Oh
there's
my gosh.
Should we
loss
have
of
gone
appetite,
somewhere?
weight loss, dry
We
mouth.
are.
upset
Thank
stomach.
you. Jeez Louise. I also need to find out where the 3D printers are because I need more 3D printed arrows.
Ooh, yeah.
Shit. Maybe I gotta get closer. Get closer. I'll get closer. I'm burning now. Just love me till you don't know how.
Oh yeah.
Shimon to the 4 stops. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on to the 4 stops. Stop till you get enough. Keep on to the 4 stops. Come on, girls. Come on to the 4 stops. Don't stop till you get enough. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Shimon.
ADD.
If
Ow!
if Graham was here, he'd also be joining in on the rush hour too.
I don't know why Graham just like stopped taking his.
He won an award.
Even if you get an eagle, it gets rid of the ADHD.
Dude,
He
as
said
soon-
something the other day when we were talking about this, and he's like, "Yeah, most people grow out of it," and I like Googled it. And I didn't say anything, but that's completely untrue.
No.
I don't think you
I
grow
mean,
out of it.
no, like you just learn, like you learn to manage it.
Yeah,
Like Richard's been
Stand
able
still.
to manage it fairly well.
Die,
Where
die,
it gets
die, stupid.
problematic is in certain situations, like say Richard gets especially stressed out,
yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
and I'm just like, all right,
You say settle down.
I mean, it's one of the things where it's like,
we'll just ride this out together.
I think it's, I think the problem being is that like, because that's the kind of stuff too that I went over with my therapist
Hi.
on like really bad breakdowns that I've had, and I think there's various factors, and I think some of the things I started kind of unpacking and thinking about more is the I guess there's certain like I guess it's like triggers, right? Where like if I feel like I'm back home with mom and Aunt Christina and I feel like I'm being told what to do, which they don't really do that, but anymore. But I guess when I feel like I feel like I'm 16 again, then I feel like sort of like way more stressed than I realize I am.
Is that what they used to do?
Yeah, and not. I mean, when I was 16, I think it's where there was that sort of like kind of
Push me off.
you know,
Remember family hierarchy.
yeah, that's actually the good way to put it. Where it's like the very Asian family thing, family hierarchy, and the only reason that's kind of stopped, mere fact that like I've grown up and like I'm both bigger and like do my own thing.
You can
know?
beat up your mom now.
Yeah, that's honestly kind of what sort of, and that's one thing that like we started unpacking more. Where that was the only really the change was that I was no longer like the little brother physically anymore.
Little Kuya.
But in that sense, it's like there's that responsibility of like, okay, you know, overbearing mom can't be overbearing because you're bigger, but you know, don't actually beat up your mom. You know, unless it's life or
I
death.
might
Oh
die.
shit! No, I'm out of here.
Oh,
No.
I'm dead.
I was gonna say whatever you're gonna say.
Dad, look
No, okay.
behind you. Dad.
Oh, what the hell?
No, that was my last arrow. Mwah.
What happened?
What happened over there?
Come here. Oh my god. So, wait, yeah, go up the rope. Go up the rope.
Go up the rope. Go up the rope.
Okay. I have to reload.
Go all the way up the rope, and then.
But then I also wonder too if Riddlin would help with that.
All right.
Damn it! No,
Here,
just die!
move to the side a bit.
Just please, just do not live. Oh, I keep losing arrows.
Anyways, the
Okay,
John.
take this rope.
Graham probably has detrimental effects from not being on medicine, and he's probably just in denial about it.
I don't
Okay.
think Graham's aware of
Now wait.
detrimental effects.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That like he.
I'm gonna get back there so I can pick you up.
But all I know
okay,
about
take it.
Graham is sometimes you say stuff to him and he goes,
Okay.
"Oh."
Like, not a problem for me.
Oh, I lived.
As
Oh wow.
oh, as in he says it's not a problem. As in like, no, that doesn't apply to me, right?
I think Graham's just a happy guy and we should just leave him alone.
hmm
It.
That's why
Oh.
he's suffering from success and
Man, ADHD.
flip flop on buying a bike and then ultimately returned it anyways.
Exactly.
Turned
But,
out
like,
that
what-
seat because he was mad.
Well, but like, what's the downside? You know,
I mean,
everything worked out for him.
Yeah, he got his money back.
You know who he is?
Someone
He's
lost a bike
Even
seat.
Steven.
And again, next time y'all are at his place, he's like, "Hey, dude, check this out." He's
None
like
of
super
us-
drunk.
None of
Damn
us are
it,
going.
Graham! Did you fucking? We all supported you. We thought the guy was crazy. He's like, "No, dude, I totally checked his shit, dude. I got his bike, dude." Like, what the fuck, Graham? You can't just you just can't what?
I've
Graham
made
did go to
it.
Clemson.
Yeah.
I've made it a mom and pop shop that he is ripped off. My
Do
My
we know
head
if Virginia's
cannon.
okay.
Your head cannon.
I mean, I'm
I died.
imagining just a dude who, because he bought it off of eBay, so I'm just imagining just a dude.
Yeah.
Who's like, why? are
Why
you-
is this guy
Res.
giving me such grief about this stupid bike that I sold?
Imagine it's
Can I get
like
a res, please.
He's out
I'm
like
trying-
$400 in shipping.
I was just trying to like sell this bike, you know, it's taking up space in the attic, you know.
No.
The wife was like, "It's either the bike or me," and it's like, "All right, I'll sell the bike." And then this, hey, reasonable man over
She
here.
encouraged him to buy a bike.
No,
Did she?
I'm sorry, I meant like the eBay guy.
Oh,
As of, like, the eBay- my bad,
the
yeah.
eBay guy, gotcha. But no, but yeah, no.
But-
Like Graham mentioned that Molly said like do it to because it'll make him happy.
House.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
But and then he's like, I don't know.
I'm too codependent on this child.
Did you see that, Nick? Oh my god, that was so funny. Look at his corpse.
You can't burn Kelvin.
Oh my god. Do you see it?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh. It's still. It's still going.
Now he's a skeleton.
Oh.
Oh, it popped.
That was awesome.
There were 3 skin pouches that dropped if you didn't pick them up.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough talking.
Would love to play the skin flute.
Hmm.
This dude is just giving me so much
Need some
grief over this.
sticks.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
Ooh, here's a realization I did have though when talking to my therapist
Mhm.
is, and I mean this may be relevant to the ADHD crew, but it occurred to me like as like my general mood started to like improve and I was able to better power through a lot of the really negative thoughts.
Mhm.
Is that I'm so used to living with like very negative thoughts and just kind of hating myself that it's hard to conceive of a life without them.
I know exactly what you mean.
That is interesting.
It becomes very comfortable.
Hmm.
It's like that's your
Identity.
yeah.
There's that sense of like that's who you are, or even just a sense of like, that's just
That's how
what
you
I'm used to.
operate.
Like something like I'm in a good mood, I'm expecting something bad to happen. That's just
Yeah.
That also makes me, because that's actually one thing that, oh shit, that was one thing that people, or I was concerned with, the concept of oh shit,
Where's
First of all-
Virginia?
of changing.
I think I might be dead. All right. Grenade out. Okay. If you can see my screen, there's I ran
I'm
into a
watching.
cannibal. That's why I stopped. Okay. I'm concerned if like, just like to your point, I'm afraid if like, how will I change? Will there be a significant change of how I am? Maybe it'll take away the bad parts of the inattentive hyperactiveness, but
It
Yeah.
doesn't make you a zombie, which is what a lot of people are afraid of.
right.
They're like, I don't want to be just mindless and dull and stupid. But it doesn't do that at all. It just regulates the emotional response to like the stressors around you.
Regulators.
Which I feel like,
No.
yeah, like I think that would be helpful if that's like part of it. If it helps regulate my intentiveness of it, because I guess it makes me think that like, is the high energy part of me? Well, I guess, is that really me? And will the high energy part go away, or will it matter if it goes away? Like, it's still me, right? Because that's like a big
Trust
part.
me, every high energy thing that you enjoy about yourself, it. Well, I just had a cannibal cat fight me. All the high energy things you enjoy about yourself
Mhm.
don't go away. All of your passions, everything you love, nothing changes. It is all of the negatives that drop. Like, my mind always running 1,000,000 miles a minute. It was terrible. I could never keep a list of things to do in my head. It was, okay, go somewhere with one goal in mind. And I could only ever keep one goal in mind. And then I'd notice something else to do that I want to do. And then my brain completely 180s onto that new thing. It basically, it only takes away the terrible parts of all of that high energy garbage. You're still
it's-
just as passionate about everything that you enjoy.
He only
Um,
enjoys numbers.
You're gonna
Like,
love numbers still.
I could still talk very, very actively about game design for hours and hours and hours, like non-stop. But before, I just,
But
you know,
it's now more focused.
yeah, I
yeah.
couldn't do anything. I couldn't focus on anything. I couldn't keep an ordered list of like things I had to do in my head. It was terrible.
Okay.
Good job, Dad. But yeah, no, it doesn't. I was super afraid of it because I heard a couple of years ago people talking about how, Adderall
Oh, crap.
turns you
Got a
into a
big man.
zombie.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh no, no. Not like this. Not like
oh
this.
my god.
No. No. Why?
Oh
Why?
my god.
Oh God. I'm about to bust a cap in this house. I'm clipped. I'm clipped. Oh, I'm clipping.
He's dead.
I'm clipping.
These things are huge, aren't they?
She said.
Huge
Yeah, they
fish.
Ah.
Huge bitch.
I find that
Yeah.
family hierarchy stuff so fascinating.
Yeah.
I think there's a
TLDR,
level
you're
of
not-
strength in it, and I think there's also a level of like it could go wrong. Where the one thing I'll never regret was being a good brother, big brother to Diane, and the only regret would be not being around her longer for her formative years. I mean, and she's still there, you know, obviously, and she's just she's growing into an adult now. But
I'm just thinking about what you guys are describing versus how we grew up.
yeah, right.
It was
and that's
just a very messy, chaotic environment.
So that's the thing is that like for us it was also very like messy and chaotic, but the family hierarchy is how we navigated through it.
Yeah, see, that didn't exist.
So like for example, like mom and mom working a ton. Older sister would be out, presumably working or maybe partying. I don't know. She's out. So, but we know that we can't leave the house dirty, otherwise everyone will freak out. And me being the oldest one in the house, I was the one in charge of making sure that the house was clean, kids were fed, and homework was done, and all that.
and you know, and it's
And even if like Elizabeth and Richard and Diane didn't necessarily want to do what they had to say, we all kind of recognized it was kind of in our best interest that we followed the hierarchy so that we didn't get yelled at.
Nothing like that ever happened a single time in our house. Not once.
it's a system where it like, because it's
Different
like when
culture,
people.
different family.
Oh yeah, different culture.
Yeah, we're white trash.
Well, I was gonna say like, and you know, when people ask about like single mom of 5 kids, like how do you do it? And the trick is like that we ended up doing as both a mixture of the natural culture we grew up in and survival necessity was have the older ones be, you know, help raise the younger ones. And I think the one angle as I've grown up to this adult, both Filipino and American millennial, is that like I think there's still value in that, and then at the same time, like, you know, I've started unpacking more where like
There are some
Like-
effects. There are some long-term effects.
yeah, like it's like someone
Did
I want
someone
someone.
come get me?
Oh sure.
Okay.
Can come get me?
Leave alone.
Thanks.
Do we know where Virginia is?
Oh, shh.
No, I
I
hadn't seen her in a
know.
while.
Oh, no.
I thought you guys said she burned to death.
We picked
She
her
keeps
up.
getting knocked down by the
Oh.
fires they keep putting on.
Is she invincible?
She's by Kelvin. Ricky, is she
Well,
over there?
I didn't see her by me. Well, she might have been with me. I was trying to
One
burn
of the
Kelvin's
markers.
body.
Well, one of the markers is.
There's
over
also
there.
like, oh, what the heck? You took the last of my armor. I saw someone on Reddit make a point where it's like they grew up. I guess they were more American, and they grew up where like the older sibling had to help babysit / raise the younger sibling. But I think it's like you grow up too fast. That would be one. John and Aunt Christina grew up too fast. And in effect, Aunt Lizzie and me, especially with Diane, it's one of those for me, I had to kind of come to a point where I had to stop. Like I had to be there enough to let mom be the mom. When it was especially when the year or two, where it was just me, mom, and Diane, and I realized, oh shoot, I can't act like I'm her dad. I can't act like I'm this person, and I can still be a brother. Obviously, I can still be a big brother, but also be like, hey, Diane, let's see what mom says, and then whatever mom says is good, And that sort of because that started to translate to when I was doing youth pastor stuff or other relationships. I guess mostly the ones with kids, so the youth pastor stuff where I felt like I had this I had to be with these kids. These were my kids, and maybe some part of that is natural of a teacher and a student relationship that's I want to help nurture, I want to help grow, but then especially with the unique case of my youth group was half of them were LGBTQ, and that was a whole active openly, and that was a whole shebang with the church and the parents, and I was caught in the middle of it where I made very clear where I stood, and then I kind of came to a point where I was this is how I stand, but I'm also called to be a leader for an organization that feels sort of the opposite way. Even though they weren't as Bob Jones about it, but it was also still pretty implied.
Still
And I
confused
kinda
about
came to
the
the point
church
where I
you
was
went to.
am I putting up with all the stress and anxiety because of the kids? I feel like I don't want to abandon them, and that's the kind of stuff that I started to unpack where I kind of stepped away from youth pastoring stuff.
I think you're better off.
And the sweet thing with, because my former youth leader partner is also the older sister of some of these siblings, and these kids are the pastor's kids, and she reported to me but she told me that the kids never, when I kind of stepped away because of the CPA exams and I just haven't been back since, the kids weren't wow, I can't believe he left. They were oh, thank God Ricky left, because we felt bad, he was, they knew that I appreciated them for recognizing, even if they were kids, that I was caught in this middle between this whole thing. So that was a sweet thing. And I guess it's still yeah, I do agree, because I am kind of better off. I feel like my life is kind of coming back into focus now, but
Well, you're
I
better
know
off
there's always that
because
feeling of
you recognize that there's nothing wrong with those kids and the way they are, and it's just silly to be caught up in a situation where you're working for a place that thinks that there is. So,
and that's kind of the point where I tell this to other people, especially when other friends ask, oh yeah, I thought you were really involved in that church. What happened? And it's I got to a point where I was and they weren't the Bob Jonesy about it. They were just liberal enough where they weren't hard, at least the church leaders weren't hard, fast, open about this is wrong.
They were accepting of it because they knew that there was a possible end result of them converting back to being straight.
They tolerated it.
Yeah,
Yeah, tolerated it.
They didn't accept it. They just tolerated it.
And then I will say, sort of an asterisk, there were actually parents that were the adamant, and I think there was some divide with other non-parent adult church members that were where left the whole thing, and it was like, I too many
There's
times
the
that I was
mentality of
yeah.
they're better off here hearing about Jesus than they are not hearing about Jesus. So we might as well, allow them to be
To
here.
like, yeah, like put up with it, right? And it's just like, when
Do it.
when I would talk to these parents and church leaders about it, or other youth leaders, because we started partnering with another church, December, that I would say stuff like, I mean, guys, we got to be careful, right? Like, we don't want to end up doing things like the Bob Jones, like the horror stories we've heard of our other LGBTQ adult Christian friends who experience really horrible stuff. And I think it took me a while to kind of realize when I would kind of allude to little like mindsets like that, I was the only one concerned about that. Where it was kind of like this impression of like, we don't, it's like they never said it, but I started realizing there was this impression of like, we don't really see that. And I'm like, what? but that's awful. I have friends from Bob Jones that went through horrible stuff, and it's kind of like, oh, you don't see that. I do. And I don't like it, but you don't care. And I'm like, oh, I'm in the wrong place. It's like how I felt with Bob Jones when I'm in a room of 80 students, and then the film professor is like, has anyone seen The Matrix? And I'm like the only one who has. Or Born Identity. And then I'm just like, oh shit, I'm in the wrong. I shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
9:34. I gotta go to sleep.
Oh shit. What am I
It
still?
is.
John, it's past your
Oh my
bedtime.
God, what
Yeah, 9:35.
the heck?
I checked out this one Virginia
Bye.
marker, and she's
Yeah.
not here.
Bye. Good
Bye.
night.
I can't
Oh.
find Virginia.
Can't find
Guess
her.
I'll stay.
No.
Good night, Kuya.
It's
Bye.
What the heck?
I can't see where I'm going. I'm jumping off cliffs. Should we try and find that one location in the Discord that I put in the Discord?
Ooh,
I
let's
think
see.
we do it on the Saturday one because it's going to take
Okay.
us a while to run that way.
Yeah, it's
I believe.
the polar opposite direction.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, I see it. Yeah, way on the other side.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Because the next thing we have to do is
We have to go out beside that giant lake. I have this weird audio bug.
oh. What's your audio bug?
So the sound that a lit Molotov cocktail makes is the only audio that is playing.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's very annoying.
very strange.
Is this thing like forever broken now? Oh wait, if I step on it, will it light me on fire?
Yes.
Okay, it is set. Okay.
We're getting attacked.
And I need to find out where the 3D printed arrows are.
Obviously they're at the 3D printer.
I'm like running low on like.
Damn it. I got knocked.
Oh shit.
Those dudes with the sickle are no joke.
Still no
Welcome back.
Virginia.
Yeah, I don't know where she went.
guys want to catch some Z's?
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck?
Okay, I'm shutting it down.
Oh, wait.
Go ahead and quit out.
Wait, don't quit. You don't quit. No, let me finish cooking this food. And I'll put it in my inventory, and then I'll be good.
I hope Virginia isn't dead.
Yeah, I really hope so. Like, cause that's kind of unfortunate. Kelvin could die like that. I
Yeah.
guess there is like a finite amount of like reses. Like they can't stay down for too long. They can't like. All right, I am good. I saved one more time.
Same. I'm good.
Georgia. All right, next time we go across the map. I think we've exhausted building. We know how to
Yes,
Mhm.
we've exhausted all our resources.